It's time for Seriously, Let's Play, a Nerd's Domain actual play podcast. Each week, we'll be sending you part of a one-shot that covers a game on our list that we keep meaning to play and never find time for. Join Matt, the Thompsons, and John Quiet as they give you a small showing of what each system is like and tell a story that they've put together themselves.
So today I am joined by Roxy.
Oh, do you want me to say my name?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get everybody to say hi. And next to Roxy we have...
Cristi. Hello.
And...
Hey, this is Chelsey.
And I'm Kevin.
And we have, Skyping in, we have...
Hey, I'm David.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So starting off, if everybody is prepared, thunderstorms are moving in. You hear overhead sounds of rain, sounds of thunder. It's one of those things that kind of sets you on edge. In years past, it rained so much that lands flooded. They believed that the emperor had aligned himself with spirits. Since then, there's always been this wonder if it would ever continue or start up again. So a weary eye always looks up to the sky here. It is late in the evening, and you find yourself in the village of Danketsu. Danketsu is the last stronghold of the ninjas. Long ago, or not that long ago, a group of ninjas went to strike back at the emperor for his attacks against all the ninja clans. Many ninjas, in fact all of them, lost their lives, except for Danketsu, who wandered back into this village, mortally wounded, and proclaimed that he had struck down the emperor. This village was named in his honor. It is, like I said, the last stronghold. Each of your family's strongholds likely are gone. This is all that remains, other than a few outposts and hidden groups and villages scattered throughout the empire. This is also one of the furthest southern points in the empire, far away from everyone else, so it's considered to be a fairly safe place. You find yourself being called to a place known simply as the Wooden Dojo. It is a large but simple structure in the hidden village of Danketsu, and for everyone it has a familial quality to it. Perhaps as a small child you used to work here in early hours scrubbing the floors and cleaning the grounds. Or it's possible you achieved your first martial victory here. Or you even met your master who trained you in the ways of the ninja. It does represent the very heart of Danketsu. Your hope, your safety, and the memories of the loved ones long since lost this conflict between the ninja and the empire. You know this location well. A well-worn staircase leads to a wraparound porch of this large wooden structure. Simple sliding doors surround a large wooden hall. Columns and rafter enclose the space, and lighted sconces throw shadows at odd angles. Within awaits Hajime Abe, a spy master for the ninja forces, who has called your team to join him there. So, beginning this campaign, we're going to go ahead and have characters arrive. Your entire team, you have all worked together before. So, this is a narrative style game, and we're going to go ahead and start off that way. I need you to describe how your character arrives, and at the same time, what is seen. What does your character look like? So, who would like to start off?
I can go first.
All right, Kevin.
Alright, so, as the thunder crashes outside, my character comes around the corner of the door and is taking off this coat and flipping it around and putting it back on. It's sort of a long, maybe knee-length, very loose-fitting coat with short sleeves that are billowy. The outside of it that I'm putting on now is very red, sort of a dark crimson, and the inside of it is multicolored and mottled, so it helps me to blend into places. I'm wearing very dark gray, tight-fitting shirt and pants underneath it, so I'm sort of slipping it back on and brushing the water off of my hair, which is in a top knot. I have very dark hair and dark eyes, and I'm on the short side. I don't know exactly how short we're talking about here. Maybe like 5'4", 5'5", depending on what the average height is, but a little bit shorter than average height. And yeah, I've got a katana on my left hip and a small pack across my shoulders. I walk into the dojo and stand quietly with arms crossed, brooding expression on my face. Yeah, that's how I enter. And my name is Manabe Saburo.
Okay, next to show up, who would like to go?
I arrive. I am Kurayami Tsuki. I am a average height male. I have a bald head, and I have a grizzly scar that comes down from about almost the center of my forehead and down to the left, over my left eye, that I received in a previous battle. I shake the rain off my furs. I am wearing a tight-fitting garment over my chest with fur on the shoulders. I do have, it looks like, a bracer on one arm. And I look pretty rugged and haggard, very grizzled. I spend a lot of my time, you can tell that I'm probably not in the city very often or in the village. I spend a lot of my time in the mountains. And beside me, as I stride into the Wooden Dojo, is a very large dog that comes with me, who shakes and spreads, rain off from his fur, flies around the room. And this is my dog Keiko, and I tell him to sit, and he sits next to me, and I'll move off to the side to allow others to enter.
Okay, so who is next up?
Oh, I'll go next. So my name is Narusei Hanami. I'm about 5'5", very short, dark hair, but I have a blue and silver streak kind of running through on the left side of her head. She's walking through the rain. She arrives, but you notice that she's not bothered by the water. In fact, she's not trying to shake the water off of her. She feels very in her element and is actually collecting the water from her and putting it into a vessel that she has on the left side of her hip. The thing is, you don't notice that she's really come in. She's very quiet, very stealthy, so she just kind of sneaks in and she just settles into the back very calmly and just starts to observe what's going on.
So David or Cristi, who'd like to go next?
Christy's got her sheet out.
I'll go.
All right.
My name is Arima Jun. You hear outside the dojo this slow, steady, like drum beat. Not super loud, but just steady, like it's going with footsteps. She comes in, and as soon as she stops moving, it stops. She's slightly pudgy. She's not overweight, but she's not super thin. She has a very put together short haircut. She has very kind eyes and always has kind of a inquisitive look to it. Her wardrobe is slightly flashy, and she comes in with a flourish and a bow after the sounds of drum beat stopped. It's like, "Hello, everyone. How are you? What, pray tell, have we been called in for?"
With that, Hajime Abe kind of just raises an eyebrow watching you come in.
Don't worry about her.
So David.
Along with the sounds of the drumming that you heard, it seems like faint singing in the distance from an older man
as he wanders up, and you see Matsumoto Makoto. He's an older gentleman. He's wearing simple Maine monk's robes, plain monk's robes, with a nice hat to shelter him from the rain. And as he steps inside and he takes the hat off, you can see starting to gray in the hair. It's kind of salt and peppered. Very kind eyes, rosy cheeked. Seems to be smiling even when he's not, and looks like he's been drinking.
Seeing that your entire group has arrived, Hajime motions with his hand in a quick flourish to stand before him, a snap being heard from his sleeve as it basically pops out. And everybody strides forward.
Move forward. Step forward.
Very good. I'm glad that you are all gathered here. I have a mission that may be of some importance. What we know right now is that troops have begun to amass behind enemy lines north of the Iron Province. We initially believed it to be a push for invasion into the ninja-protected territories. But that was when we heard strange rumors of groups traveling through the mainland, trying to be very secretive. We know that certain nobles from the Cradle of Life province have gone missing, or at least haven't been seen in a while, but nobody's saying anything. These allies were once individuals whose families would hire us for their business. We aren't certain exactly what is happening. It might be something, and it might be nothing. It might even still be a ruse for an upcoming invasion. None of the other forces that we have right now can take the time to investigate, and that is why you are being chosen. We need you to sneak in and observe, and act as you see fit to benefit the Lotus Coalition. We believe altogether that you will need to travel beyond the borders of a village known as Noboritsu. It's Noboributsu. Noboributsu. And so that is where we believe all the various groups trying to move covertly seem to be moving upon that singular location. And it is in the Cradle of Life province. Do you have any questions?
Do you have any ideas why they would be headed there?
We do not. That is why we need someone to go and investigate. But it is at full march. Probably would take a week or two to arrive at that location for the Imperial Army.
And this was inside Ninja Protected Territory or outside?
This is taking place beyond our enemy's lines.
Alright.
And perhaps one of the most dangerous areas in the Empire.
How much of a head start do they have?
Are we talking about the covertly moving groups, or are you talking about the army? The army has not started moving yet.
But the covertly moving groups, they're moving towards us?
They are moving towards this one singular location, or so we believe.
Towards Noboributsu.
Yes.
Butsu. Yeah. Alright.
Do we have any contacts once we reach this place?
Not really.
Okay.
The province that we know as Cradle of Life is anything but that. It is a semi-barren area of the Empire. Long ago, during this conflict, fields were salted, villages were destroyed either by the Empire or sadly by us during the initial conflicts. There are large swaths of land that are no longer habitable and no longer grow anything. In fact, Noboributsu is abandoned.
Before it was laid siege, what was Noboributsu known for?
Cradle of Life is, or was, once the highest producing area in the empire for crops and food. That is why now those few fields that remain are heavily guarded by the Izo army.
Alright, so we're supposed to go in, assess the situation, take steps to remedy the situation.
Essentially. We don't know if perhaps a group has kidnapped nobles that were once allied to us. We do not know if perhaps something else is happening and the army plans on marching there, or if they're planning on marching here.
So we don't know if we have allies in that area any longer. I mean, if...
Not truly anymore. There was once a village near there that was a hidden enclave of the Pack of the Black Moon, in fact. But that location was long since abandoned and laid siege to. It was actually discovered by the Izo army. No one has been there ever since.
Alright. So how long does it take us to get to this Naboributsu?
It will take you some time, as you will have to cross over lines. And more than likely, you will also need to travel by ship.
Right.
I think I'm going to need some more wine for this journey.
I
too.
can understand that. He kind of smirks. Take the rest of the evening to prepare yourselves, rest, and leave in the morning.
Very well.
What is the end result of our journey that you would like to see?
One must always act to benefit the Lotus Coalition, our group, because the Empire, well, the Emperor, seeks to destroy us, and in so doing has laid siege to the entire lands. Peasants are living in fear, oftentimes taken from their homes to work in forced labor. The nobles have mainly abandoned the capital. Our nation is in shambles. It is our hope that we take action to remedy this one day, that somehow either the Emperor is removed or peace is restored to this land.
Right. But you eat the elephant one bite at a time.
Essentially.
So we start here, with this force moving towards Naboributsu. These secret people.
Indeed.
Alright, well, I think I've heard enough. Let's start making preparations and head out that way.
Rest well and safe journey.
Stay safe too, Abe.
So that evening, of course, you will return to your homes, possibly even your families, to prepare for your journey. Is there anything in specific that anyone's going to be doing during this time?
I think I'd like to try and prepare some poisons.
Okay.
Because that's the Recoiling Serpents clan, so I like to try and make some. I don't know if I should do like a sloth potion, like sort of like a something that if I hit somebody with it, it slows them down, or like a straight up trying to kill people poison. I guess I can do. How much would I have time for to prepare?
Oh, I must say that you could probably make 2 batches if you did well.
Sure. Well, I'll go ahead and try and make one of each.
Okay.
Like one that will do just straight up physical harm to them, and then one that could give them maybe a slow condition or something like that.
Okay. Alright. So this is where you will now be attempting to do some skill rolls.
Yeah.
So the way it works in this game is you're going to be using D10s, and you need to either select, or I can try and put together 2 of your skills there at the top that can act in concert together to achieve the effect you want.
Okay. So obviously holistics falls into this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be picking that one. And I think maybe knowledge as well, because I having grown up in this clan, I will know a lot about poisons and things. So I think I'd like to combine knowledge and holistics, if that's okay. Or
let's
is knowledge
see.
not that?
Knowledge might work for that, but knowledge is, it's more. Knowledge would be like if you are studying poisons.
Okay.
But at this point, I would actually think that you would need craft.
Craft?
Do you have craft?
I don't have any in craft, but we can assign craft there, and that's fine.
Okay.
Roll the 2 dice for holistics that I have.
All right, let's go ahead and do that then.
Okay. The first roll is a 6 and a 4. So those are 2 failures.
That's 2 failures, but it's not anything critical or anything like that.
And the second roll is an 8 and a 5. So I got 1
8 and a
success
5.
and 1 failure.
Alright, so what I'm going to say is that you have created... Were you trying to go for a lethal poison, or were you trying to go for knockout poison?
I was doing 1 of each, so let's say I succeeded in the knockout poison.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, this poison's strength will be 1 plus whichever way in which it is applied. So if you put it in on a dart, and the successes with that dart will apply with a +1 towards a knockout.
Okay, sure.
Alright. Is there anything else anyone else is going to be doing? Family members you're going to be saying goodbye to, if you have any? Or perhaps clan heads that you could be talking to? Or is this going to be...
I was to say, Kurayami would probably take some time to go out beyond city bounds and spend some time just with Keiko and prepare for this journey. I am not fond of traveling with recoiling serpents, and so I have to put myself in a better headspace.
Okay. Anybody else got anything that they want to do?
I'm going to reach out to some of my merchant contacts, since
Okay.
I am indeed a fellow merchant, and see if they are aware of anything going on outside of the information that we were given. If anyone's traveled there, have anyone tried to do any business there, or if anything's happened to any of the caravans that might head in that direction. Just trying to see, put feelers out to see what we might be walking into.
Yeah. There is a merchant in town. The merchant's name, he basically has traveled into the area and is working kind of almost in a illegal way, acquiring goods here in the ninja-controlled territory and selling them elsewhere for you to help raise capital for your group. So we're going to go ahead and say that his name is Yoshiaki. And so he has probably arrived in the village in the last week or two. It would probably have the most recent knowledge. So go ahead and let's have you roll. I would say empathy and persuade, unless you have something else you would think would be better.
Let's see. Persuade, definitely. Intuition, maybe?
Yeah, I like intuition.
I think that could work.
Seeing if he's actually being truthful with his information, too.
Okay, there we go. Excellent. So go ahead and make your roll.
That's a lot of dice.
One success. He strokes his chin, rather unshaven, not so well-worn beard.
Yeah.
And he thinks for a moment, he's like, well, when I moved out of that area, when we were moving out of the Cradle of Life province, I do remember that there was the border right there, the exit between the border, was only allowing exit when I came through. It wasn't allowing people to enter into the Cradle of Life.
How long ago was that?
Well, that would have been well over a week ago. And I do remember as I moved further south, we did see Izzo army gathering.
And to clarify, we are traveling north to get to Noburi-Butsu.
Yes.
We're further south.
You'll be going northwest, yes.
That could be troublesome. Thank you for the information,
You're welcome.
Yoshida. Hopefully we can do business again sometime.
Certainly, I would like that. Okay, anybody else got anything else now that we've had a couple of people go and maybe have some ideas?
Yes, so I'm gonna take after Saburo's lead, and I'd like to make some healing potions.
Oh, excellent. Okay. You want to go ahead and try the holistic crafts, or do you have a different one you want to try?
Holistic and craft will be fine because I also have my focus gift of +1 craft for making healing items.
Wonderful.
Better than mine.
The power of healing. So that's 3 holistics, 3 crafts. Oh, man. So success, I have a 7. 1 7, but no. So I have 1 success.
1 success. We'll go ahead and say that you managed to create 1 healing potion that can raise a health level. So basically it's a quick heal.
Okay.
Alright, yes.
I have a out of character clarification.
Yeah.
Army of the Izzo army. Is that the Empire? Is that bad
Yes.
guys? Okay.
The Emperor of the entire area is Emperor is.
Okay. That was something that I was not recalling. So that's
No problem. Easiest way to understand all this is the capital of the Izzo Empire is Daiwa. Daiwa. The current emperor is Izzo Mamoru, Mamoru, and the reason that this entire Ninja Crusade, where the ninja are being hunted down, is taking place is first his son Yasua Izzo Yasua was killed when 2 ninja clans entered into open conflict. That's the first one. Yeah, there's several. Then his wife was assassinated by a contract with ninja. Then his daughter was poisoned by rebel ninjas, and somewhere along in there, it came down to, oh great, all my family are being killed off by them. It's time to wipe them out. So he made his last son Crown Prince Kano. So Izzo Kano is now the general of the Emperor's army. So does that clarify?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, no worries. No worries. So David, did you have anything you wanted to do with your character?
Yes.
Okay.
So while they're brewing and she's going to the merchant, I'll take a moment to catch Kurayami before he heads off out to be by himself.
okay.
Kurayami,
Yes, Mako.
it's good to see you come down from the mountains to join us. It's been some time.
It has.
And as he's talking, he reaches and pulls a little bit of dried fish from his bag and reaches down to give it to Keiko.
Keiko is very pleased.
Come, have a drink with me real quick before you retreat.
Okay, I follow.
Go off to a little somewhere outside and sit, and he'll pull out a little cup and pour him a little bit of sake and hand it to him. Pour one for himself. So, I know it has been some time, old friend. It's good to see you, though. I hope this journey will not be too difficult under the circumstances.
I have done some I've given this some thought. You know, it's not my preferred way to travel, but I can put aside some things to pursue peace.
Good. I hope this will be fruitful. And it is good to see you again.
It is good to
I will
see
let
you,
you-
old friend.
I will let you get to your meditations.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the sake. And Keiko
Alright.
is much pleased for the fish.
Kampai.
Dawn breaks the next morning. Everybody has gathered together once again, packs on shoulders, and ready to traverse. All right, and we're going to go ahead and stop it here, and we'll move on next episode with the travel of our new band of ninjas. Thank you so much for tuning in for Seriously Let's Play, and come on back and listen to us again. It's John. Take care.
And that'll do it for us tonight on Seriously Let's Play.